Hello, and welcome back to Primordia. We have just made a big leap in setting, jumping from
Boss, if I squint really hard, I
jumping
can
from
see
the
how this
wasteland to
room must have
Metropole
looked when
now.
everything was brand new.
Oh.
Yeah, it was lame back then too.
And I imagine this will be quite a big transition, as we know Horatio has a intense dislike of Metropole for an unknown reason. Or I guess we should call him Horace now.
Boss, the energy sensor is going crazy.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
Are they going to rob a tower to get an energy source? Because that would be pretty interesting.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Probably not.
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
Let's go find
I always thought
out.
it was really funny that their swear word is Basad, blue screen of death. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen that, but it's quite... it's a good pun.
Glass and light.
Can you tell me?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
Well, that's not very useful.
Metromind greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter.
That's nice.
You are safe.
But I don't really believe
Records indicate
her.
An outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Unauthorized literature.
Let go of him.
Oh, they don't believe in the gospel of man. They're not
All
humanists.
contraband has been removed. You are safe.
So, is this some kind of robot dictatorship then?
Boss?
What happened to Crispin? Looks like there's oil leaking out of his head.
Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, "Welcome to Metropole."
The city of glass and light.
the Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Basad.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metromind later.
I don't think it'll be that simple.
Hey, Tyra, over here.
Tyro? Let's see.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
Alright, dude, chill.
I'd have to buy something.
I'm guessing you don't have any money.
Belongs to the bar.
There's some
It's a
paper.
price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here. At the bottom, it says that all payments must be made through an account with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening.
So, you're pretty resourceless, right? Now you can't just grab anything you want, I guess.
Boss, I need that arm.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more.
Oh
Can you
my god,
imagine?
Crispin. It's a
The
sadistic
adventures of
robot.
Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick. He would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like, "It appears to be a self-aware robot."
Oh my god. That's...
Actually, on second thought, you can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
Let's see, we got some robot, floater. That was like Terminator.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home.
I'm guessing once you leave, you can't come back.
Listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metromind? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing he might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Who is
Let's see,
Metromind?
what is Metromind?
Who is Metromind? Russ and Bruin, you are Tyro. Metromind? Well, Metromind is Metropole.
Guessing it's whatever rules.
Council shut down.
Council.
Yeah, it's whatever rules Metromind. Or Metropole. Oh, look, there's another Crispin down there.
Warriors kept the records. big old factory built just about everything from down in the underworks. And, well, there's another one, I think. I don't even remember his name. And Metroman, of course. She used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
So she's the person in charge.
Like I said, Tyrone, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably hopped yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
I was robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my Gospel of Man.
Careful there, Tyrone. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metroman don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash and trouble.
They don't believe in humanism.
Ha! Your risk inhibitor flaking on you, Tyrone? You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy.
Underworks are probably like the black
Even if
market.
you find it, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metro Mind's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
I'm looking for my power core. It was stolen from my ship, the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
Great tower, you mean? Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators and reactors and cores that keep the lights on.
And that's where they get the unlimited light
If Metro
and
Mind took
energy.
it, you don't, Tyrone. Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. And he's been gone a long time.
Gee, I wonder what happened to the Arbiter.
Complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. No judge locked it up tight. And who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power core.
Well then, good luck to you.
What are you selling?
Bartering, not selling. Metro Mind don't tax bartering. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
This city said a lot less than it promised. Crowbar, motor, small motor, fuel cell.
Ah, good spot there, Tyrone. She's a fine microfuel cell.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free of charge.
Oh, you wish.
We'll pass.
See, what if these could be useful?
That old boy is a plug board or a breadboard.
I know what it is.
Okay then. Bring me something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold. You'd look much better with a mask.
Watch yourself, Chrissy.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Alright, I
Famous
guess he doesn't
last
want
words,
that.
boss.
Water chip.
That's a water chip.
What is that?
Scavenger brought it in from the dunes. I traded for a gek.
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water chip.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years guaranteed.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Something shiny. Do we have anything shiny? Here, you want a plasma torch, dude? I'm sure you'd love a plasma
I'm not
torch.
going to threaten him.
Come on, you get free stuff.
I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade.
Alright, let's see what else he's offering then.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Hey, look, boss. It's a glass finger.
We already have one of
Five
those.
of them, I could have a hand.
Oh, you and your hands, Crispin.
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
This is a Sterling air motor.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it. Boss, is that another battery?
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever see. May as well call it AAA. It's so fine.
Wow,
that
this
would've
triple is
been
clearly
useful
better
before
than
I went
double A.
rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk pile. Now, not so much.
One fine motor you spotted there, Tyrone. Foreign built, out of Salinas. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk.
Yeah, that's a bad trade.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyrone.
I don't think so.
A binary allocator. numbers. Finest calculating.
Your robots can probably do
I'm
math
fairly
perfectly
certain
in your
that my
head.
math coprocessor is superior.
This here's a tape measure.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it.
Why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one.
Fair enough.
Now that's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Lets
Makes
pull
you
memories
mad?
out of just about anything.
Memory access
do you want
device,
for it?
mad?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Find me that, you got yourself a deal. I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Seems like the Kerbal's the only one that we even have a chance to trade for. But what could we trade for that? Here, Crispin.
He's not for sale.
Aw. But we could get rid of Crispin, it'd be perfect.
I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade. The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Cool, I got a crystal and a plug.
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope not.
Well, we know where the energy is now. Here, you want
I
a
need to
crystal?
see what
That's
he's
shiny.
offering before I can make a trade. I need to see.
Alright.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Give me crystal for crowbar.
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
I'm sure you could find a crowbar anywhere in the dunes. Just a strip of metal, that's
Well,
tough,
boss,
right?
somewhere in there is our power core.
Let's go in.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
Alright, so we need another way in.
It's far too high to try climbing.
Alright, doesn't seem there's anything here right now. See if there's anywhere else we can explore. Is there anything over here? Info. Welcome to you, safe haven, outskirts station, reports of familiar with local laws may be interested. Can I type something in? Hello. History. Built by primordial robots, governed by council, by mutual agreement, sole power is bestowed upon Metromind. Well, that seems, Chancellor Palpatine, anyone? Chancellor Palpatine. It's now accessible to Metropolitan robots. You can see the Council Tower. Stark Central Station. Crazy works do not enter the Underworks. Alright. Let's go to the Underworks. Ooh, that is a wild plug.
Hey, boss, look! That repair bot has a floating helper just like you do.
There's a
It doesn't
red,
like Crispin.
burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Oh,
Not
he's in
getting to her
love.
until we deal with this cable. I can't safely grab it.
Alright. Can I, use the plug on it?
I can't get close enough to try that.
Very funny, boss.
Can
I can't get close enough.
I, like, weld it shut with a plasma
I
torch?
can't get close enough to try that.
So I need to get closer somehow.
The only thing keeping me from my one...
Alright, Crispin. Why don't you deal with the cable?
Crispin, can you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her, Crispin.
Yeah.
Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Show up.
Fine.
Nice. Can she talk? If she can't talk, Crispin's gonna be very disappointed.
Crispin, why don't you go talk to her?
What? No way, boss. She's way out of my league.
She's a floating lamp, Crispin. You've never had any trouble with lamps before.
Well, I've never had to talk to one before, boss. Just knock them off ledges. I've got no practice.
Go for it. I believe. Alright, let's check out the repair bot.
Excuse me.
Can't you see I'm working? I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus could hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromine can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
You mentioned Metromine.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk?
Fair
Wanna know
enough.
what I think? Metromine is the best thing that ever happened in this place.
Really?
Really? You, me, all these other machines grinding about. We're just tools in the toolbox. But Metromine, she's got the master plan.
She's a fraud.
Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromine's the only one scrubbing. Not her fault that some of the metal's too far gone.
It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metromine.
Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to work. You again? What do you want?
Let's see.
My friend is curious about
Let's
your
be a
help.
wingman.
She's just a sidekick factor build. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromine?
Yeah, right.
Talk to Metromine. Look, Metromine has an entire city to run, but her eyes and ears are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
I think she has talked before. I don't clearly remember, but I think she was the one that was sending messages to my head.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has big claws and shoots lasers.
Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. He's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him?
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromine these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Where can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide? Piece of advice for you. Don't mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches.
Very profound. Do you know where I can find a power source?
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
Everything's at the tower.
What happened here?
What does it look like? The airing bus's motor gave out and it crashed into the only bridge leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center.
Was anyone on board?
Sure, but they've already been salvaged.
Salvaged?
They
Not
died.
repaired?
Can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage.
Oh,
What
that's
about building new
dark.
parts?
Yeah, me and what factory? Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code. You got a better way to run a city? Go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
When will the bridge be passable? Soon?
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
Wow,
Give or
that's
take.
slow.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Goodbye.
All right. I wonder if we can get to build a jetpack. Oh, this must be the courtroom that you can't get in. There's a security guard that won't let us in.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company. Reporting.
Horatio Nobel, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nobuilt, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still,
Nobuilt.
it's good to see another Urbanian, sir.
He doesn't know who's
After
been
things
built
got
by.
Primordia back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
My sod. Finally meet a friendly he's as cracked as Primer. No offense, sir. Just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ.
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time.
And they've just been
Figured
waiting
they'll
here
open
the
up
whole time?
eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged. I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. Surly Company, Urbanian, what are you talking
So was there a war before?
Well, sir, I'm
Over
not
Metropole?
sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? Nah.
Zumi's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, and if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. A long time back, Urbani and Metropole got to fighting over something. Who knows what?
I'm guessing Urbani got
Metropolitans
destroyed.
fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropole's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
Goliath. We know
Surly
Goliath.
Company was all that
There's the
was
big
left,
robot we saw
so
before.
We deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we called Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropole, we tried to put up a fight, but
There's only
couldn't
3
do
of them.
much. They fried 113th, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city.
So he's in the
I
underworks.
came here.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropole won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir. Relay that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Alright, I think that'll be enough for this episode. There wasn't a lot of action at all. We mostly just explored the city. But there's been a lot of interesting lore, and we're starting to see a little bit more of what Metropole is actually like. And it's definitely not the haven that Crispin might have thought before. Well, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.